You contradict yourselves.
Okay, mate. You're going to be saying for purpose of search under section 1 of pace, alright?
You're searching me?
Yeah, I'm going to search you.
Wow, get your hands off me.
You've been aggressive and shouted at me, so I'm going to put you in cuffs for my safety for now.
Are you fucking mad?
Safety, right?
Are you mad?
Give me your hand, please.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Careful your wrist, alright?
Oi, I'm recording you, you silly cunt.
I'm recording. Right. Obviously, you've avoided the knife arch, didn't you?
Well, there's no need to handcuff me like this. I've been stood here how long?
You've avoided the knife arch, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I just don't want to come through it. I just don't want to go through it.
That's perfectly fine. What I'm looking for is any privacy articles, may have any bladed articles, knives.
Do not touch my bollocks. Do not touch my balls. Are you gay?
Okay,
Are you gay?
Less of that, alright, mate?
Don't touch my balls, man.
This is what the officer's telling you.
Listen, bro, it's not a legal requirement. You're going to be hearing from my solicitor.
I'm Edwards, 28212, the collar number.
You're going to be hearing from my solicitor. Oh, you're groping me, man. Sexual harassment.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're covering a viral encounter that's making serious waves across the internet. It features Bear Britton Audit, a well-known police accountability auditor, facing off with a team of UK police officers, and their seemingly routine stop quickly escalates into something much bigger that it all started with one simple but loaded question. Are you legally required to walk through a police knife arch? Bear Britton Audit stood his ground and said no. The officers didn't agree, and what followed was a tense, fast-moving confrontation that spiraled into a full-on stop and search, claims of physical contact, and a sharp display of on-the-spot legal argument. The video has sparked heated debate. Was this a case of police pushing their power too far? Or was Bear Britton Audit deliberately provoking the situation for content or principle? In today's breakdown, we'll go step by step through what happened, highlight the major legal takeaways, and figure out where things may have crossed a line. So buckle up. This isn't just another street audit. It's a showdown that tests the boundaries between lawful authority and civil rights. Let's get into it.
If you're going to search people, you should have your body cameras on.
I haven't searched anyone.
Yeah, you should still have your body cameras on when you're doing such an operation. Bad, isn't it, when a member of the public's got to tell you, yeah, I am right, 100% right.
It's in the police policy that you should have your body camera on.
Yeah, so why is it not on?
Mine?
Yeah, why is it not on?
Because I've not searched anyone.
No, but you're part of this operation, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so it probably should be on.
You need to go through.
Nah, I don't. I ain't going through it, and you're obstructing my way. Yes, you are. This is a public footpath.
Why don't you want to go?
Because I don't want to go through it. Because it's not. I don't have to. It's not a legal requirement to go through it, bro. I don't want to go through it. That's why.
Okay. Well, obviously, refusing to go through the arch builds our suspicion, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Oi, listen. You think if I had something on me, yeah, I'm going to be stood here arguing with you? You're an idiot, mate. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot.
Okay.
You're an idiot. I ain't going through it. Move out my way. You're in my way. You're in my way. I'll stand here all day then. I'll wait until you go.
You can stand there all day.
Yeah. Does it make you feel big, does it? Powerful?
No, I'm just doing my job.
No, you're not doing your job, man. You're not doing your job.
Stuff like this is aimed to make the community safer, to prevent people from carrying knives and stuff like that. Alright?
Talk shit.
Okay.
You talk shit.
That's exactly what it's for.
You talk shit.
Alright, let's set the stage. The scene unfolds on a public street where police have installed a portable knife arch, a walk-through metal detector intended to identify anyone carrying weapons. Enter Bear Britton Audit, the man behind the camera, calmly strolling by, making it very clear he has zero intention of stepping through the arch, and here's the thing, legally, his right. In an open public space, going through a knife arch is completely voluntary. Unless specific conditions are met, police can't legally force someone to walk through it. But this is where the first real clash kicks off. The officers immediately respond by saying his refusal is suspicious. Now we're in classic Catch-22 territory. The setup is supposed to be optional, but the moment you exercise that right, it suddenly becomes the very reason they suspect you. In essence, comply, or be treated like you're hiding something. Bear Britton Audit pushes back hard, calling out the flawed logic. He argues that someone truly trying to avoid detection wouldn't stand in the middle of the street calmly debating a group of officers. They'd simply vanish. But as tensions rise, so does the police response. What started as a voluntary procedure quickly escalates, and the officers announce they now believe they have legal grounds to perform a search.
I don't get dictated to by you. That's why, yeah? No way, when I'm going about my day, am I being dictated to by you, or him, or him, or him, or her, or him. Not one of you's dictating to me to walk through that piece of shit.
Can you think of the long way around?
No, I can't. Right, so if you really think there's suspicion, so if I turn and say I'm walking the other way now, you're not going to search me, no? You contradict yourselves, man. You contradict yourselves. You contradict yourselves.
Okay, mate. You can be the same for purpose of search under section 1 of PACE, alright?
You're searching me.
Now here's where things take a sharp tone, from a legal debate to physical action. The officers justify their next move using Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, better known as PACE. This piece of legislation gives police the authority to stop and search an individual, but only if they have reasonable ground to suspect that person may be carrying something illegal, like a weapon in this case. The officers argue that Bear Britton ordered refusal to walk through the knife arch raised that suspicion. In their eyes, that was enough to meet the legal threshold. And just like that, the situation escalates. What began as a calm verbal standoff becomes a full-blown confrontation. Bear Britton ordered is placed in handcuffs as officers proceed with the search. The camera keeps rolling, and he doesn't stay silent. He loudly accuses the officers of harassment, calling the entire stop unlawful and labeling their actions as abusive. Then comes the most serious claim of the entire encounter. During the search, Bear Britton ordered repeatedly alleges that the officer in charge touched his genitals. In his words, he calls it nothing short of sexual assault. It's a powerful accusation that immediately raises the stakes of the situation and shifts the focus from legality to possible misconduct.
Articles, knives.
Do not touch my bollocks. Do not touch my balls. You gay?
Okay,
Are you gay?
Less of that, alright, mate.
Don't touch my balls, man.
This is what the officer's telling you.
Listen, bro. It's not a legal requirement. You're going to be hearing from my
I'm
solicitor.
PC Edwards, 28212, the collar number.
You're going to be hearing from my solicitor. Oh, you're groping me, man. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. What are you doing, man? Fucking pulling my pants down. You're pulling my pants down, man.
Push your pants, stop shouting.
He just pulled my trousers down.
You're searching your pockets, your outer pockets, okay? Don't shout, you're in a public place. And stop being abusive towards the officer.
You're abusing me right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. You're abusing me now, Sergeant.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he's not.
Look, you ain't gonna find nothing, mate, because I'm not carrying anything other than my wallet.
I'll put this back in your pocket for you.
Yeah, put them back in my pocket now. Get off my shit. Get off my stuff, man. Get off my trousers. You're putting your hands down my trousers, man. You just put your hands down my trousers. Yes, he did. Just put his hands down my trousers. Yes, he did. He just put his fingers down my trousers.
I'm going to fill out a record of your search, right? And I'll give you a code so you can obtain your copy of the search from any police station for the next 3 months, right?
Was that worth it?
In response to the serious allegation, the officer firmly denies any misconduct. He explains that he was simply checking the waistband of Bear Britton ordered's trousers, a common spot where people might hide knives or other prohibited items. And to be fair, this is standard procedure during a stop-and search. But the problem? We don't have a clear visual of what happened. So it's one person's word against another's still. Bear Britton ordered doesn't let it slide. He stays vocal, stating multiple times that his solicitor will be informed, and that this won't be the end of the matter. Once the search is complete, and nothing illegal is found, the officers remove the handcuffs and let him go. But things don't cool off. In fact, the confrontation continues till he immediately demands the officer's name and badge number, pressing for accountability. And all the while, he continues challenging the very legality of what just took place. Now let's break that down, because this entire situation hinges on one key question. Was the search actually legal? According to Section 1 of PACE, for a stop and search to hold up in court, police must have reasonable suspicion. That means the officer must be able to clearly explain why they suspected the person was carrying something unlawful. And here's the important part. UK courts have consistently ruled that simply refusing to answer questions or declining to take part in a voluntary procedure is not enough on its own to justify a search. So what else did they have? Based on what we see in the footage, the officers appear to base their entire case on one thing: his refusal to walk through the knife arch. If that's the only factor, it might not meet the legal threshold. For a search to be lawful, they'd need more, like specific behavior, suspicious movement, known intelligence, or context from the location. Without that, the search, though carried out by the book in terms of process, may not be legally justified in the first place. And that's where the controversy lies.
You know people don't have to go through here. And then to use Section 1 as PACE as your reasonable suspicion is abuse of powers, man. It's abuse of Section 1 of PACE, and you know it. You know it as a sergeant. I hope you do as a sergeant anyway.
Watch out for this man trying to get the
Have I got eyes in the back of my head? Would you usually be here telling me to watch everyone behind me? Don't tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do. Do not tell me what to do, man. Remember, I'm your dad, not the other way around.
This is where the police's legal footing starts to look especially shaky, and why Bear Britain Order continues to accuse them of overstepping their authority. Let's break down the remaining key points of the encounter first. The legal basis of the search. With their entire justification resting on his refusal to walk through a voluntary knife arch, their position becomes incredibly weak. UK law is clear. Officers need reasonable suspicion based on objective behavior or reliable intel. Simply opting out of a non-mandatory procedure doesn't meet that standard. This is why Bear Britain Audit repeatedly claims the officers are abusing their powers. It's not just bluster. It's grounded in legal precedent. Second, the threat of a public order offense. At one point during the heated exchange, a police sergeant warns him to watch his language or face arrest. Bear Britain Audit quickly pushes back, reminding them, correctly, that UK courts have ruled officers are expected to tolerate a certain level of verbal abuse, especially if no members of the public are being alarmed. Swearing alone, particularly in the direction of law enforcement, isn't typically enough to result in a public order conviction. In this case, the threat of arrest felt more like an attempt to silence criticism than a lawful enforcement measure. Third, and most serious, the allegation of sexual assault. If the officer intentionally touched Bear Britain Audit in an inappropriate manner that would not only constitute sexual assault, but also represent a serious abuse of state power. This changes everything. Okay,